After learning that VicPD's overtime costs are on the rise, Victoria's chief of police sets the record straight.
The real solution to excessive amounts of overtime is proper funding and staffing.
Documents obtained through a Freedom of Information request show last year a first-class constable with a base salary of $136,000 worked $93,000 of overtime, topping out as the department's highest overtime earner in 2024 with a take-home of $229,000. In those same 12 months, 17 officers made more than $50,000 in overtime.
I think it's a conflation of a whole pile of things.
The chief says 2020's defund movement, sparked by flashpoints like Indigenous woman Chantal Moore being killed by police during a wellness check in New Brunswick, and George Floyd's death in the United States, hit policing hard.
There was a real backlash against police throughout North America. I think we're still suffering the effects of that.
She says investments in police became heavily scrutinized, recruiting and retention became difficult, and the job became more complex.
You know, digital evidence management, complexity of calls for service, the Crown expectations with respect to disclosure, police oversight, all very, very important, but it definitely adds to our workload.
Combine those challenges with stagnant staffing levels and a growing population, specifically in Victoria, the chief says it adds up to an unhealthy but necessary reliance on overtime.
We actually can't fill overtime shifts, even though they are quite lucrative. We just have staff that can't do any more. And so that has a negative impact on morale and burnout.
VicPD doesn't have a cap on overtime, but Wilson says it's constantly tracked.
I can tell you it's something we monitor very, very closely, almost on a weekly basis.
Wilson says the best way to solve excess overtime is to properly fund and staff the police department, something she's pushed for in budget discussions.
I'm really, really hopeful that the majority of our budget ask is going to be approved for 2026.
Last year, Victoria Council approved an 11.65% increase in VicPD's budget, or an additional $8.68 million. This year, Victoria Police is asking for a nearly 10% budget increase for 2026, or $7.76 million for 16 more officers.